Hello YouTube, I'm Efring225 and today I will be starting my playthrough of Broken Legacy, an SRPG Studio project by Robinco. Broken Legacy is one of the first completed SRPG Studio projects that I became aware of, so I decided to give it a go one day, and I really like what's on offer here. Robinco has created a very solid game for us to play. It's got a lot of unique ideas for level design and game mechanics, even though it's not really anything out of the ordinary. It's very traditional Fire Emblem gameplay, but that's okay. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to give it a playthrough, and I'm going to get right into it. I just want to say beforehand that I'm not going to be viewing any of the story scenes, so this is going to be a spoiler-free playthrough, I guess you could say. I'm just not really invested too much in the plot. Not all of us are really epic writers. I'm certainly no epic writer, but I think the plot it works. It's basic, but it does function, I would say. I'm just not going to view it because I want to focus exclusively on the gameplay for this playthrough. So, there are 3 difficulties: easy, normal, and hard. I've never tried hard. I'm not brave enough to do it in a playthrough. So it's going to be normal classic. I played through this on normal classic my first time. I had a little bit of trouble, but I think on the second run I'm going to do a lot better. So there are 3 growth modes, actually. You can select between random, which is the normal random level ups, 0%, which means you never gain any stat points when you level up, and 100%, which means you gain all of the stat points when you level up. And I presume that applies to bonus levels as well, because there is bonus EXP in this game. So we'll just skip past all of this. And for our first map, it's just a basic escape chapter. You have to get to this red tile over here with your main lord. And that main lord, or lady I should say, is Kara, the princess. Now, this is one of the best ideas for a main character I've ever seen. Lance Lord with staves. How cool is that? Let's see here. You can view the growth rates of all characters as well. Those aren't very good, I want to say. But Kara still ends up as being a great unit. You have to use her anyways. Lances are a great weapon type. And of course, you have weapon levels, like in the GBA games. They're all ranks. This isn't the normal window that appears, so it must have been customized a little bit. That's cool. And for skills, Kara has... Oh yeah, affinities are a thing in this game too. They are represented by skills. So Kara is a light affinity, and it tells you what supported units will receive as a bonus when they are near her, if there is a support between them. So, she's got Fortune, which means she never gets crit. That's good. The game will never end spontaneously because of a random crit. That's nice. And she has Gentle Charisma. There are a couple different types of Charisma skills. This one gives +5 Avoid and Critical Avoid to units within 3 spaces. So that's very nice. And let's get going. We just have to attack these enemies as we make our way towards the red tile. And Kara is also the convoy. That's a thing too. And this is her personal weapon. It's pretty good. We'll try not to waste it. And this is a neat thing. There is a plugin that allows the game to display whether or not you're getting a weapon triangle advantage or not, indicated by that little green arrow next to my weapon. That's not a default thing. I have no idea why that is, but it's not a default thing, so Robinco added the plugin for it. So that's good. Animations are very basic, but I can deal with it. They're not total stock animations. I think there is some customization here. And we don't need to really watch the green units, but... Oh, I should also mention that a big thing to keep in mind in Broken Legacy is that you can only double on the player phase. Like, you can only double on your own phase. So these enemy units can double on their own phase, but if the green units attack them on their phase, they won't double. So... the idea behind that, I believe, was to make it so that speed is not such a godlike stat as it normally is. And I think it's a really interesting change. We'll see if that... see, right there, he could not double. As indicated by the little multiplier symbol being X'd out. You can see it again right here. Of course, he's not going to get the chance to counter anyways. Alright, so... Oh, hang on. Is that the talk icon? I see that there is a little icon here. Oh, maybe that is just the fact that his weapon is a crit weapon, yeah. This is a killer tome. it's got 25 crits, so that's probably what the icon is indicating. There are a bunch of little icon indicators that were added in as well, such as that boss shield that you see. And I suppose that little icon that appears when I select Kara is that it's indicating that he's got a killer weapon. Alright, so I think we can make it without taking any extra damage. We don't really need to watch this green unit phase. So let's just... Oh, was that a crit? Interesting. I think she got a crit there. That saves us a turn. So yeah, we did a low turn count run of the first stage. So that's cool. Yes. We'll save over that, and we move on to the first true chapter. The cutscenes are interesting in that they added, Robinco added like a world map, and it's all customized. These are all custom graphics, by the way. These are not stock or default assets, which is pretty nice. So we are introduced to the first archer of the game, and make any joke about archers that you want. I think Abby is a really good archer because of how her skill works. She has Duel, which is basically Adept from Fire Emblem, and Wind Affinity. Wind Affinity, which grants hit, evasion, and critical avoid to supported units. But let me talk about Duel. The way this works is that, well, actually, I should get close to an enemy to test it out. Oh, there seems to be a little problem with the life meters here. When I mouse over the units, before I moused over him, he was showing that he had taken damage, but now it's the meter's full now. So, whatever. So, I need to get close to an enemy to use that ability, so let's see here. I will put Kara here, and Abby will... Let's see, can I get her into range of the archer without... No, I can't. Okay, so I'll just put her here. So the way that skill works is that you can activate it whenever you want. It is not a luck-based activation like it normally is in some of the Fire Emblem games. So you can see that if I go over here and select Special, I can select the skill, and I can use it on anybody that I want. You can see that there's a ×3 next to my attack on the battle preview here. Abby would normally double this unit, but I'm using the Adept skill. I'm just going to call it Adept. I'm using the Adept skill, so it is now a triple instead of a double, so she's going to one-round this archer. We'll see it in action here. But the thing is, I cannot actually use Adept again until it comes off of cooldown, and that was a lucky miss. I believe this is a mechanic that is inspired by Fire Emblem Heroes, but in any case, now that it's on cooldown, I have to wait a certain number of turns until I can use it again, and I think this is a really nice idea. It removes the RNG from skill activation, but it comes with the caveat that you must wait a certain number of turns to be able to use it again. So that's nice. You can activate it whenever you want. It's a lot more strategic in my opinion. Works out really nicely, and that's not the only skill that does it too. There are plenty more after that. Oh, I'm going to get hit here. I don't want Kara to get hit too much because she's the healer, and you still can't staff yourself. But you can, oh, and another thing to keep in mind is that for bosses, if you see that they are able to move more than one tile, then they will move more than one tile. If this were just showing red tiles, then that would mean that he couldn't move from his initial position. But he can move from his initial position, so we've got to be aware of that. I think I am going to just, I'm just going to go like this. Lure him in. Heal up. I have to use the healing item. Makes me so very sad to have to use it, but what choice do I have? Oh, woe is me. Having to use an intended game mechanic. I'm just messing around. Alright, so an enemy is going to block the boss. Unless Kara gets a crit. She does not. But she does get hit by the archer. And as you saw, the boss does indeed move. So this could be troublesome. I've probably taken on too much at once. Abby is going to get hit here, but that's fine. I think she can take a couple of hits. And, oh boy. What have I gotten myself into? Let's check the boss's attack. 13 and defense 5, so 8. Ooh, dear. Let's go like this, then. This was a mistake. I should not have done this. Alright, so 6 damage, and... Oh, the other one didn't attack. That's fine. Alright, Darius, let's see what you got. Just 6 damage, and, oh yeah, and another thing you can do is that on every 5th turn, at the start of the player phase, you can actually save. So instead of, like, map saves or what have you, or turn wheel or whatever, you just have a save that you can make once per 5 turns. And I think that's okay, too. I would probably prefer map saves, or would I? Oh well, at any rate, it reduces the amount of repetition from, like, accidentally losing somebody and having to start the chapter over again, because now you don't have to start the chapter over again. Let's get rid of the boss. He's the biggest threat right now. This is a route chapter. So this could be trouble. What do I do here? Well, only one unit is going to be able to attack Abby anyways, so I think we are safe doing this. 4% might get a crit. No, not yet. And then we can finish him off with Kara. And then everybody will be safe on the next turn. And we have our first level up. That was not that good, but, you know, speed. I guess that's okay. Alright, so everything is going mostly smoothly. We are taking quite a number of... Oh, that is such a lucky dodge that saves me a lot of trouble, actually. Because then I can staff Abby. Yeah, I definitely played this way too risky. Oh, and this is actually a 1 round, so that's really, really good. That was such a lucky miss. You know, I seem to have a lot more luck when I'm actually recording. Because, like, you have no idea how bad I am with my lucky rolls. And, you know, that level up, well, I guess good luck doesn't last forever, but I got strength and speed on my archer. That's good. And this is pretty good, too. Magic, speed, and defense. Alright, so now what do we do, though? Because we have to, Kara now doubles this guy. That's good. I kind of want to find another spear for her, though, because wasting this PRF weapon is triggering me. Do I have... it doesn't matter if I use Adept or not. And this is going to... The rest of this basically goes as expected. And 100% chance. That is Chapter 1 cleared. And I got weapon rank up to D. And we do have bonus experience, by the way. I missed the bonus experience maximum turn thing. Wow. I missed it by 1 turn. If you clear it in 7 turns, you get the maximum amount of bonus experience, but I missed it by 1 turn. That's so unfortunate. Not a huge loss at all. Bonus experience is still very hefty, like, in this game. Alright, so the next chapter is... Oh, it tells you what the turn goal is for maximum bonus experience, by the way. So, Chapter 2. I'm just gonna keep going until I've recorded for half an hour, I think. In Chapter 2, we get our first Cavalier, Brianna. Pretty good unit, in my opinion. I did not check Abby's growth rates, by the way. Here they are. Lots of skill and good speed. So, Brianna, very good Cavalier, a lot of starting strength and skill. Comes with the Arms Thrift skill, which means if you get lucky, and this is an RNG activation, by the way, if you get lucky, you could conserve your weapon durability, which means we've got to get that Brave Sword for her and get her luck up very quickly, because that is a nice combination, in my opinion. She has the Thunder affinity. Don't mistake this for Wrath, by the way. I know the icon looks very similar. And Canto, which is a class skill. So yeah, Cavaliers, still pretty good. Not sure about those growths, though. Strength is okay, I suppose. And our other new unit is Raymond the Mage. Mages are always good in Fire Emblem, aren't they? Well, maybe. He comes with the Foresight skill, and this is a really, really good skill. What it does is that it basically guarantees that the next attack during the enemy phase is a guaranteed miss. Even if it was 100%, it will still miss due to this skill. So this is very good for luring enemies in, because you can be certain that they will always whiff the first attack. Very, very good skill. It makes Raymond a really great unit, in my opinion. As for his growths, they're decent. Not a lot of growths going above 50 in this game, seems. And, yeah, magic is also separated into anima, light, and dark. I'm not really sure if that was necessary because there are not a huge amount of light and dark users, but whatever. So we have villages to save. The red houses are naturally the villages that the enemy will destroy if you don't get to them quickly enough. Oh yeah, and I should also mention that you have the... I demonstrated this in the previous chapter, but you have the ability to mark enemies in order to view their attack range. And you can also, if you push B, or whatever button you've mapped it to, you can view the attack range of all units at once. So there's a shop, so we can finally buy a better spear for Kara. Well, not a better spear, but just something so that she doesn't have to use her PRF weapon. Right, so we've got to lure in these guys without letting anybody do too much damage. Let's see here. I think I want to pull in the archer with Abby. So this guy has 9 attack and Abby has 5 defense. And he probably doesn't double her. 9 speed and 10 speed. Wow! Faster than a thief! What do you know? Alright, so we'll go here. And we will demonstrate the power of Raymond's skill by luring in this thief. I'm going to make sure that he doesn't end up in the range of 2 units. So the enemy will almost certainly go for Raymond here. Because I doubt that he would go after Brianna. Her defense is probably way too high. Can I get Brianna in range of the archer? I cannot. So unfortunate. Move her 1 space to the left, Robinco. The right. I meant the right. Move her 1 space to the right. And she comes with a javelin, which is also very good. Yeah, I actually checked the credits for the music, by the way. Some of the music is actually composed by Robinco himself, which is actually pretty cool. Not a lot of people I know can do that. I wish I could do that, that's for sure. But yes, Abby does not double him because it was not the player phase. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's see, how do we handle with these two? Kara can probably get rid of the... Oh, it doubles with Partisan. Okay. And with Abby's skill... Yeah, she'll handle the thief. See, this is really awesome, using the skills this way. Adds a lot more strategy. And I'm going to use it quite a lot. Alright, so unfortunately I can't get into range of that thief. Alright, so we know how that goes. And Raymond already damaged the thief, so I guess finish him off now. And Brianna, somebody's probably going to take damage here because I can't get rid of this archer in time. But no matter. What do the blue houses do? I don't remember if there's a difference between a blue house and a red house. Alright, so that archer went for Kara. That's probably for the best. Oh, and what's this? A green unit. Yeah, this is our first recruitable character, so I will introduce him when we get to recruiting him. First, soften this guy up, and Kara finishes him. Yeah, I'm skipping animations a lot because they do get a little bit tiresome. Nothing to do with their quality. They are decent. Let's see. How do we handle these incoming bandits? Because these are the guys that destroy houses, by the way. I guess I should just focus on getting rid of the archer first and foremost. Let's make sure we are not... I'm going to... Let's see. This is a tricky spot, because if we put Brianna in the force, the bandit will hit her. But I kind of want her to be in the force so that she can counter the mage with her javelin. Alright, this is what I'll do. A little bit risky, but it should pay off. And, no one's in range of the house, so let's see what's in it. Alright, it's a Cure Leaf. Those are your vulneraries, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. I've already used one a couple of times. Alright, so we gotta get to the bandit before he destroys the village, or we can get to the village first. Brianna's taken a little bit of damage there, though. But now we can recruit this Wyvern Rider. It's Chapter 2, and we've already got a Wyvern Rider. Isn't that fantastic? This guy is called Helmet. Yeah. No special skills on the guy, but he does have Water Affinity, which is a pretty nice affinity. Defense and Avoid are pretty good. And he is our first Axe user as well. Supports Kara. Has some, well, his HP is pretty good, but the rest of his growth's not so much. Dragon Riders, as they're called. They're not Wyverns, go figure. Dragon Riders have something really cool that happens when they promote, so, like, I'm gonna hype this up now. Something really awesome happens when you promote a Dragon Rider. So I'll save that for later and just get to visiting this village. And that is a goddess icon. The worst stat booster in the game? Actually, how much luck does it give? Just 2. Okay. Yeah, luck is still not, like, one of the greatest stats in the world, but it's, yeah, I'm sure we'll find use for that goddess icon. It's kind of unfortunate that it doesn't have, like, an actual icon for a little statue, but it's good to be able to tell what it does immediately upon looking at the icon, so pros and cons of doing that. It's, oh boy, we've got to be careful with Brianna, because one more axe hit and she's gone. Well, actually, no. Actually, if we, equip the sword, we should be perfectly fine. I want to get to that village, though. Alright, so let's move down here, equip the sword, and use... Do you not have a cure leaf? Wow. You came unprepared, Brianna. Alright, so I'm gonna use Kanto. I should be able to use Kanto, so we'll move down here. I believe the enemy should get distracted by the fact that there's a unit that they could attack. So what I'm going to do is trade the Cure Leaf over, use it, and then I can use Kanto to get into the forest. Oh, no, I guess not. Use leftover movement after acting excludes attacking. Why couldn't she do that? Huh, that's weird. She used an item, she should be able to Kanto away. Unless trading and using the item counted as both of her actions for that turn. Oh well. Alright, so this mage has 12 attack. Abby's not looking so well right now, so we gotta keep her out of the fighting for the time being. I suppose if she used the Cure Leaf, she'd be fine. Alright, let's see if this mage goes for her. So the bandit went for Brianna. That's good. Wow, that's a lot of damage with a sword. Brianna's got a lot of strength. That's a start. And so they haven't gotten to the village yet. That's good. And only 9 damage. Okay. So I was right to use the Cure Leaf. And we have a save, so I'll do it just in case. And we should probably block off that village. Let's see. I think Raymond's fine on the forest, so we'll soften up the bandit and then go for the kill. Yeah, I also want to mention that I do think it is a little bit jarring to have these GBA Fire Emblem style portraits. They're okay portraits, but they kind of clash with the enemy portraits because the enemy portraits are SRPG Studio default assets, so they do kind of clash just a little bit. But it's not really a huge problem. Alright. So we should be careful around that archer if we're going to use our flying unit to get to him. You know, what's unfortunate is rescuing is in this game, however, it reduces your move when you use it. So what's unfortunate is rescuing doesn't really let you carry units across the map faster, because the carrier's movement will get reduced. I don't think that was the best decision, but I'm still happy to have rescue, because I can actually use it for its namesake, instead of, like, carrying people. Or rather, instead of just carrying people. I'm just gonna move on with the map. Should we give this to Raymond? Oh yeah, this also doesn't happen by default. In this game, you can see the battle and win count of each unit, so you know how many kills a unit has gotten. Let's give this to Brianna, because she's close to a level. Give me something good. Strength and defense. I like it, I like it. Alright, we're gonna lure in that mercenary with Raymond's skill. He should have it back. Yeah, he does. Oh, oops, I moved Kara first, thinking she was another injured unit. I was gonna heal. Actually, nobody really needs healing anyway, so it's no big deal. Alright, let's get everyone set up. Brianna certainly needs a heal. Right. Not a lot of units to get some weapon triangle advantage going for the Wyvern Rider, or Dragon Rider, excuse me. I keep thinking of them as Wyverns, because that's what I'm used to. But yeah, not a lot of spear units, and we just got an axe user, so he's not going to get a lot of attacks in unless we lure in that archer. Alright, Abby's gonna get a level. Please do something good. Alright, speed. The more speed, the better. And you know what? Luck is also pretty good, because more evasion is always good too. All three of these guys have the same range. Rather unfortunate. Oh, but we could lure them in one at a time by going to the bottom of the screen, so I think I will do that. 10 attack and 9 defense. So yeah, I think I will do that. Just gotta make sure I'm not in... could we lure in this guy too? 17 attack and 9 defense. I think that's fine. Can we get far enough, though? Oh no, we can't even... Wow, seriously? Wow, we're stuck just outside the attack range anyways. Wow, how much move did he... 6 move! I guess that's your idea of balancing a flying unit, huh? 7 move for the Cavaliers, 6 for the Flyers. Well, I won't complain about it. And, I feel like I should go back to that shop and buy something. Alright, I think he can take a hit from the thief, but definitely not the boss. So let's stay out of the boss's range. And drag him in. Get started on these guys. Now, the thief also could have doubled. Maybe he does double on hard mode. I've never tried hard mode, unfortunately. Let's see, maybe take out this archer. I don't really see how I would take him out, unfortunately. Definitely not going to use Kara on the boss, so she will heal. We can take this guy out. If the boss does decide to attack Abby, she will be able to counter. Oh, but she's also going to be in range of the archer as well. So 13 and 17. Minus 4. 13 damage, and... Ooh, that's actually not good. Alright. Pull her out. At least you can do this much. You could see there just how much movement that I lost. Alright, so we will... let the boss do himself in by attacking Brianna. Although he does move, as indicated here. Raymond's got his skill back, so we'll set that up just in case. Archer goes for Brianna. And they both went for Brianna. Why did they both go for Brianna? I mean, like, there's a really wimpy mage. Like, maybe they saw him use his skill ahead of time, but... I don't know if the AI does that. Yeah, 14 damage. Very, very interesting. Alright. Yeah, I'm not trying to go through this game and make it like a low turn count playthrough, but when I have to waste several turns, it doesn't feel so good. But, never mind that, we have a boss to fight. Still not going for the mage, that's very interesting. But he's on a force now. Alright. I think we should be able to still do a decent amount of damage. Oh, do I still have his special skill? Okay, I thought I used it already. Ah, that's fine. Maybe he'll go after the Dragon Rider. Oh, he did! Okay. You got some experience, Helmet. Actually, if we could give him this boss kill, that would be pretty good, but 66% chance to hit is not all that good. Oh, this should weaken him pretty good, though. Unless she gets a lucky crit. No. No crit. Alright, so maybe he will be able to finish off this boss. Go, Helmet! Yeah, you did it! Is that enough? No, it's not enough for a level. Yes, and I'm 3 turns over the limit, but you also get bonus experience for saving the villages, so that's a good amount of experience that I just got. And if the next map lets us use it, like if there's a base... Alright, it doesn't look like there's a base. No, there isn't. Alright. Alright, so it's been half an hour. That is going to be it for the first part of the Broken Legacy playthrough. Next time we will go to Chapter 3 and see what the next character is going to be. Later.